doesn't matter if you're a complete beginner or if you're someone with some years of experience producing and you've got certain areas you want to progress in. My one-to-ones will cater for exactly whatever you need. Every single client I see, there's an initial assessment I conduct, and that is a chance for me to ask several questions to them, and most of the time they've got some questions they want to ask me. If you're a complete beginner, for instance, you might want to ask about what DAW to use or what kit you're going to need, and that's all kind of taken into account when we do the assessment. You can ask any questions you want, really, but there's quite a few things I need to ask you, so that's why I always like to do an assessment. So the one-to-ones are conducted worldwide via the internet. I use a high quality audio stream, and it will be just like you're in the studio with me. In fact, I've said it several times, there really wouldn't be much difference except for we'd be sitting next to each other. We've got the audio, we've got the view of my screen, and there really is no need to be in the studio with me. So it doesn't matter if you're in the States, in New Zealand, wherever you are, we can do this. The actual one-to-one critique on someone's productions, with me, I'll give you good and bad, whatever music we listen. We'll go on to try and sort of work obviously on them bad. It really doesn't matter what DAW you use. You know, if I'm using a Fab Filter EQ, that Fab Filter EQ is going to be available whether you're using Fruity Loops, whether you're using Cubase or Logic or Ableton or Reason or whatever. The main thing is you see what I'm doing with that EQ and apply it to your DAW. So I would never say that you need to go and get a certain DAW. Any DAW will work. Watching someone like myself make drums from scratch, for instance, might be something that really helps you with your own workflow. It's the same with sound design. You know, I offer a massive masterclass where I pretty much make a variety of different sounds right from scratch, and then you can see the workflow, see the similarities between, say, a pad sound and an evolving effect sound, and what I do that's different to make them different. All of that stuff is incorporated into the one-to-ones and is very popular. So I want to teach people how to use plugins correctly in my eyes. You know, like some people put compressor on everything. I'm not one of those sorts of guys. I like to put a compressor on what it needs to be put on, a tool for the job, so to speak. So I want to kind of try and help people learn more about compression if they're a bit wobbly on it. There's all sorts of things that can be a little bit mystifying in production that once someone that's been doing them for 20 years shows you, it suddenly all makes sense. A lot of people know, a lot of people don't know. I used to sound engineer as Goldie's sound engineer for around 7 years for him. And I didn't realise this at the time, but working one-to-one with someone like Goldie pretty much trained me to work one-to-one with anybody in the world. I learnt a skill working with Goldie of how to explain things, and I'm able to portray the knowledge in a digestible way that you will be able to progress with. I've seen a lot of people over the years doing this. Some people that spring to mind who have gone on to do some big things. Amplify, big up to him. Jeopardize, my boy Jim there. Black Harry, Ben Snow, who's currently touring in Australia, I think. I'm really pleased to see the boys flying the flag and doing so well for themselves. If this all sounds good to you and you're interested in doing one-to-one tuition with me, you can hit me up simply on my email, heist121s@gmail.com. Alternatively, you can hit me up on various social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and then we will take it from there. But look forward to speaking to you.